Hi guys, hi, my name is Josh, also known as Yo Shit Bear J. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you step by step how to get more sales for your designer luxury clothing business using Facebook ads. So I'm going to cover the audiences and I'm also going to cover how you should approach doing your creatives so you can maximize the results in your ads. But as you know, I don't waste no time. Let's get into the video. Hi guys. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can target to sell more design clothing. So if you own a clothing business, but your items are really expensive, so anything above $200 or above, this video is for you. So basically with this, you want to essentially target in a particular way because we're not with clothing, especially design clothing or clothing that is luxury, just saying, hey, buy this cool t-shirt isn't enough. We have to play a little bit of a brand game, a little bit of a lifestyle game, and a little bit of a targeting game with this in order for it to work pretty well. And because you have to remember that people can easily go to another brand and buy the same thing. So we have to create ads that is going to be compelling enough for them to be like, you know what, I'm going to buy from this brand. And also, we want the targeting to reflect that as well. So we increase our chances of attracting those customers to come and buy from us. So this is what you want to do. In the ads manager, so as you can see, there's the trusted ads manager. Then you want to click create, and then you want to click sales right here. Okay. And then once you've done that, you want to click continue right here. Once you've clicked continue, you just scroll down. You just scroll down, and then you're going to see campaign budget, ad set budget, and all that. And then what we can do, we can choose the budget. So we can choose, let's do like 20 a day or something like that. Right. And then what you want to do is, and bear in mind, you could do campaign budget or ad set budget. You can do any of these. It's totally up to you. Then you want to scroll down and then you want to click next right here. Once you have clicked next, right, you're going to be shown all these options of where you want people to convert. So, given the fact that you're selling designer or selling luxury or selling items that are clothing items that are very expensive, you want to either choose website shop or website. If your Instagram shop is set up, your Facebook shop is set up, and obviously your website is set up, you want to choose this option right here. But if you don't have that set up and you just have your website, you want to choose this option here. The reason why I would opt for more people to go for this option is because these days now, when people see ads, they don't just click on the ad and then buy it straight away. They usually click on the ad and then probably go to your Instagram and see, and then probably go to your Facebook and see, and just kind of just dabble about on the different placements and the places that your brand lives and to kind of get a sense before they buy it. Because you want to remember that you're selling expensive clothing items. So people need to make sure that you are legit and people need to make sure that what you're selling is quality and isn't going to give them any issues. So by by giving them the option to either buy through Instagram, that obviously protects them as the customer, and protects you as the business owner. But also, if you want to do website, you can as well. But you want to make sure that on your website, you've got all that social proof, all those reviews and all that good stuff right there. Whereas with Instagram shop, you've got the followers, you've got the comments, you've already got social proof ready to go. Okay. So either these two, depending on your setup situation. Then what you want to do is on the performance goal, your performance goal, it could be maximize number of conversions or maximize value of conversions. Now, some of you will have this option available where it says maximize value of conversion. Some of you will have that option available, but if you don't have this option available, it's not the end of the world. So don't worry. I don't want you to worry, right? this option works just as well. It works just as well. Okay. So, but the good thing about the maximize value of conversions is that it's got to show your ads to people who can basically afford expensive products, essentially. Okay. So it says here, it says, we'll try to show your ads to the people most likely to generate higher value for your business. Okay. So make sure that whichever option that you have here, just go for that option. These two work well. These two work well. I wouldn't go for these other ones. I wouldn't. But if you're trying to get sales, I would go for either one of these two. Okay. But they work just as well. I will let you know that. And then once you've done that, you want to select your pixel or your data set, and then you're pretty much good to go. Then, once you've done that, you want to select the purchase option right here. You want to make sure that you choose purchase. That's very, very important. A lot of people make the mistake of choosing add to cart, add payment info. You don't want to, nah, purchase. Choose purchase, guys. Choose purchase, guys. You're gonna get higher quality of traffic coming in, and it just basically sends better data signals to the pixel, right? You want your ads to be shown to people that buy stuff. And Facebook, more than you and me, knows the people that buy stuff, and those are the people it will show your ads to. Okay. So once you've done that, you just scroll down, and then when you get here, it says here, controls, limit who can see your ads, right? So this is another way of Facebook. This is essentially broad. As you can see here, the only thing you could do is United States and all that. And you're probably thinking, oh, where's the interest? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? But guys, it's right here. It says here, further limit the reach of your ads. This right here will put off a lot of people. But for those of you who want to do interest targeting, this is where that is. And I'll show you. So if you click here and then click switch setup, you scroll down and then here you go. It's right here. Before that wasn't here. Before that wasn't here. Now your opportunity to put in your interests are now available to you just by pressing that button. Most people reading that are gonna think, "What? What's this?" Like, of course, I want my ads to not be limited. I want it to reach as many as possible. But you want to click on that in order to give yourself access to choosing the interest that you want to target. So here in the detailed targeting, so say for example, we're trying to sell designer clothes or luxury items, high ticket, expensive clothing. Most people are going to put in the Louis Vuitton in here, right? Most people will do that and select it right here. They'll choose this option, right? But we have to remember that these are massive brands and they're essentially way too broad, right? And it's a strong brand because some people are going to they'll see your ad of your products, but then they see a Louis Vuitton ad and they're probably gonna more likely go for the Louis Vuitton products because it's just a bigger brand, right? So a way around this, what you want to do is you want to go by the mentality of the people that are going to be interested. So say if you're selling an expensive jacket, what you want to do is you want to put in here high net worth individuals. There we go. The audience size is a lot bigger and you're giving yourself a lot more opportunities for your product to be seen by the right people that can actually afford your products. If you put in Louis Vuitton, anyone and everyone has Louis Vuitton these days, right? And it's a very the people that are going to be in that audience, some people can buy Louis Vuitton immediately, like today, but some people need to save up to buy Louis Vuitton, right? In our case, we don't want we don't want to attract people that will have to save up to buy products from us. We want them to buy products from us today, right now. Yeah. So that's why you want to go by these types of interests because they actually have the means. Another way, and bear in mind, I've used these interests before with my clients and they have worked. So any interest, guys, that I share with you, they've worked, right? And that's why I have so much confidence in sharing these interests with you. Okay. I will not be sharing interests with you that I think don't make sense or do not work. So just letting you guys know that now. So you got this high net worth individual. But then what you can also target as well is this. You can target people that travel first class travel, business class travel. Why? Because the tickets to be able to afford business class, first class, even to travel frequently, more than once a year, those are the people that have more disposable income. So are more likely to be able to afford your products. I remember with a client, I was using business class, first class. I was even targeting airports, big international airports, right? And that performed pretty well as well. So, because people forget that just because you see people traveling all the time online on Instagram and all that, people think that it's like really cheap to do. And yeah, there's hacks and stuff but traveling, traveling, right, especially more than once a year, is very expensive. It's a very, very expensive. It's not a $150 thing. It's very, very expensive. People forget that. So when I was targeting more travel-based interest, and I was getting actual results, I was like, oh, I was quite surprised. But it made sense. It made sense. Okay. So these are the audiences you also may want to target. Another set of audiences that I highly recommend, guys, this has worked for me all the time, right? But no one ever thinks about it, right? Is this cars. You want to target Ferrari. You want to target Lamborghini. You want to target Rolls-Royce. Guys, I've targeted cars, sports cars, to sell expensive clothing for the longest time for a lot of my clients, and it always works. It always, no one ever thinks about it. No one ever thinks about it. Who knows? Who knows? Now people, but I've been doing it till this day and it always works for me, right? So I just wanted just to share this with you as well. So by targeting supercars, Lamborghinis, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes, like luxury premium cars, right? Again, the people that can afford them usually have the money. Not just the people that buy it on finance, but there's people who buy it outright, like straight up, right? They can afford it. Okay. Because if you were to do a car payment for, I don't know, a Lamborghini, a monthly car payment for a Lamborghini, you're looking at thousands per month, right? But then there's people who can buy this vehicle straight away without any monthly payments at all, right? So it's about affordability. Can you see here, guys, the type of interest that I'm targeting? I'm thinking of affordability. I'm not targeting luxury. I'm not targeting luxury lifestyle content. Like anyone and everybody likes luxury lifestyle content. It doesn't matter if they can afford it or not. Everyone loves that, right? But the people that travel, the people that own sports cars, not everyone has that. Okay. So you want to be thinking in terms of affordability. Another is that you want to target based on income. Income. So you could target uh household income. Okay, here we go. So you could target household income 10 to 25%. You can do 10%. You could do 25 to 50. So you could target based on income. As you can see here, is demographics, financial income, right? That tends to do pretty well as well, especially if you're selling expensive clothing, right? So I just wanted to guys to give you guys an insight in terms of the way I think when I'm working with my clients in terms of how I target when it comes to selling expensive items of clothing. This is the direction I tend to go down, right? And guys, make sure you try it and hopefully it should work for you too as well. Now you're probably thinking, okay, what about the creative? What do we do with the creative? That's what I'm going to go into. So when it comes to creative, you always want to go on Facebook ad library, right? To kind of get a sense of, okay, what other brands and businesses are doing that are your competitors in from an ads point of view. So I'm going to show you an example. So guys, this is Laura Piana. So Laura Piana is one of my favorite brands. I love this brand. And look at the ads that they're running. They're running a lot of ads. They're running a lot of ads. And as you can see here, they are running ads across different countries. Okay. So obviously you can tell by the languages and they're running a lot of ads. Okay. Now, the thing about these types of ads, especially if you're selling luxury products or clothing that is really expensive, it's really about the lifestyle that you got to really sell, really. As you can see, this cool guy, he's sitting here and it says garments infused with elegant flow. The spring summer 2025 collection radiates a sophisticated carefreeness shown through fluid textures. Explore the new collection. So there isn't anything intrinsic. It isn't like, oh, this material is made from a special type of material that keeps you super cool in the winter. No, it's using very sort of feeling type of wording, carefree, elegant, like wording that invokes a feeling in people, right? And that's what you want to be doing with your ads. You want to be making sure that your creative makes people to feel something, right? If you want people to feel like they are royalty when wearing your clothing, that needs to be shown in your ads. If you want people to feel like millionaires when they're wearing your clothing, that's what you got to that's the lifestyle that you got to show in your ads. That's got to be said in your copy. That's got to be said in the images. They cannot be a mismatch, or else people are not going to believe it. If people don't believe it, then they're not buying. They're not buying. They'll just go to another one of the established brands and just buy from there, right? So you got to make them believe it. Another thing as well, you can go further along, right? By essentially mentioning features of your product. So you could mix together the luxury and the features side of it. So you could say, oh, this t-shirt is made from cashmere that keeps you warm during the winter nights, right? So it's got this technology, etc., etc. So you can combine the two together, right? But make sure that you are showing that lifestyle. And I know that people always say with ads these days, and it's true with a lot of ads, it can't look too much like an ad or look too perfect. But when it comes to selling designer or selling luxury clothing or selling any type of clothing that is way above $200, you have to like your videos and your images have to look amazing. They just have to. I've worked with so many e-commerce clients that sell really expensive clothing and their imagery, their video is always amazing. It just looks so you're just like, wow, wow. You got to make the people that see your ads to think, wow, and make them stop. That's really what it is. That's really what it is, right? There's two ways you can make someone stop. Either by making them say, wow, what is that? I need that in my life. I need that life. I need that lifestyle. Or, wow, this person is so relatable. They have been saying what I've been thinking all the time. Oh, and they have a product, right? That's literally what it is. But when it comes to selling designer clothing, you have to go down that route. That's why I always say to my clients, it's so important. You need to invest in really high quality imagery, really high quality video. Like it needs to, if you're calling yourself a luxury brand, if your customer doesn't believe it, they're not going to buy. Okay. They're not, that's just it. If there's a mismatch, that's just it. They're not gonna buy. Okay. So you want them to feel that. And one thing as well that will really help is that if you can work with influencers, like, and they don't have to be famous people, they could be pretty huge influencers, because this will help with getting people to stop scrolling, because they'll be like, oh, that's that person. Oh, that's that. But again, the influencers have to be in line with the lifestyle that you're trying to project to your customer. Okay. So make sure that you put that in mind. Look at these images, guys. This image is essentially very similar to this. It's not all these images, it's showing the movement of the material, it's showing a lifestyle, it's showing there's a feeling of elegance. Again, it says here, vibrant hues meets heritage fibers. They don't even mention the intrinsic features of the item. It's about feeling. So you have to put that through in your ads. Again, look at this. Look at this one. Amazing. Again, it's the same feeling and they do it very well. So make sure that you really project this in your ads and combine it with that lifestyle. Because if someone who is a high net worth earner sees an ad that doesn't reflect the life that they're living, they're just going to scroll past. They're going to be like, what's this? All right, and scroll, whatever, scroll past. But if they see ads that reflects the life that they're living, they're gonna click on it and buy without even thinking about it. Okay. So, guys, I wanted to share this with you. So, guys, I hope this helps you. So, for those of you who need further help, or if you need someone to run your ads for you and implement these things for you, click the link in the description. And what we can do, we can book a call, and I'll be more than happy to look through your ads and see how we can work together to help you scale your brand. I've worked with so many businesses, so many businesses. You can click the link in the description to check them out for yourself. And guys, make sure you reach out to me if you need any further help. But as usual, I'll be back with another video to help you with your marketing and your business. Take care, guys.